that? That was close. Hello, drone racers. I'm Mark, and today on Drone Racer 101, I'm going to take a look at the Diatone M515. Now, there are actually two versions of this. I have the solid plate version. There's also a split version where there's two halves here, and there's a plate that holds them together on the bottom. I don't know that it's going to make a huge difference. This way should be a little bit lighter, but it's a little bit more expensive to replace because you have to replace the whole thing if you break an arm. But this is a super lightweight model. These arms are a little skinny, but I think it'd be really hard to break them because it doesn't weigh anything. It doesn't weigh anything. Now, I really like lightweight models. I did a bunch of reviews of the LDARC lightweight 5-inch model, and I was really happy with that. So I'm very curious to see how this compares. Now, Diatone sent me this for review, which I really appreciate it. This is actually the second model they sent me, and hopefully this goes better than the first one. The first one was kind of a disaster, but because it was a disaster and I showed them all the information, the footage, and the issues that I was having, they ended up not releasing that. So hopefully this one goes better and you can see it and I don't end up with a bunch of wasted footage. I'm sure we'll see that model again once we get the updated parts installed. So this is an integrated stack. We have a 4-in-1 ESC here in the stack, then we have an F4 flight controller. I do like that there's a lot of openings to be able to get to the UARTs on this, but this wire here came pre-installed connected to S-Bus. More on that in a minute. And then there is a TBS 800 milliwatt video transmitter in here, and it is all connected up for smart audio. I like smart audio a lot. I've had too many embarrassing incidents where I couldn't set my VTX to the right power going into a race, and this just eliminates all that. And it'll work with Lewis scripts also. So I have put an XM Plus receiver on here. I wanted to put a FrSky R9 Mini on here, but this is an F4 and it looked like I was gonna have a lot of problems with inversion and it wasn't going to work out very well for F-port. I'd be able to get S-Bus in, and you know, if I've got S-Bus, it's still not any different than this. Okay, maybe I'll do another review because with an 800 milliwatt transmitter, this being super light, it might be a decent long range quad. But not today. I like that the receiver fit here on top really well, and it was pretty easy to get up there because if you remove these two screws from the bottom, this whole thing just lifts up. It just cantilevers up. I had to unplug the camera, but I've got it plugged back in now. There's another wire here you can see. That is for the buzzer. A buzzer did come with mine, but there's not a really good place to put it. You could kind of stick it in here. If I was flying this as my permanent model, I would definitely have the buzzer on it. Or if I was gonna test this for long range, I would definitely have the buzzer on it. So a couple extra things they've done there. You see there's a capacitor there to help prevent video noise. So hopefully that will help a lot and make that really, really nice. There's another one here on the VTX. So I like that Diatone is really going out of their way now to add capacitors where they're needed to make sure the quality is really good. It has a lollipop antenna by Fox Ear. We'll see how that goes. I mean, it seems okay. I'm just a little concerned it'll get in the way of the props. So once I put props on, I'll find that out. Now mine has an XT60 on it because I put an XT60 on it. It actually came with an XT30. It's like, no, this is too big. I'm gonna be running 4S 1050 and 850 battery packs on this. So those are XT60 connectors for sure. XT30, I'm not sure why they put an XT30 on it. That seems silly to me. The motors are SunnySky 1806 2500 kV. So they're high spinning motors, which is what you're gonna need because they don't have a lot of torque. Because of that, they came with a couple of prop options. These are the ones I'm gonna use, the Gemfin Flash 5152s, except you notice anything? There's only 2 blades on there. The others they sent are 3-blade 5042s, which would be okay also. The key thing is you're gonna not want aggressive props on here. I'd really prefer 5040s even. I think the 5042s might even be too aggressive. These are 5052s. We'll see how they work out. I'm gonna try these and I guess we'll find out together. So it's interesting to me, they have a Fox Ear antenna and a run cam camera in here. So we've got a run cam camera, genuine run cam, so we should have really good quality. I did check all the bolts and they were all nice and tight, so we should be good to go there. I think that's it here. Now let's take a look at Betaflight and I'll show you a couple things there. Okay, so here in Betaflight we'll see we've got 3.3 installed, which is okay. 3.4.1 would be better, but we're not gonna update it on this one. Ports are already preset. UART 1 is serial RX, which is set to S-Bus, and UART 3 is TBS Smart Audio, woo! I only made a couple changes in configuration. I turned on motor stop because that's what I do just for takeoff and landing. The other thing I did was turn off global air mode because I do that in modes. Everything else was good. So PID tuning, here are PIDs that Diatone sent to me. So take a look at these. If you've got one of these, try these out. They said don't use the ones that shipped with it, use these. So this is what I went with for these. Modes real quick, we have arm on aux 1, angle and horizon on aux 2. Do you have a beeper? Why do I have a beeper? That's not gonna do me any good because I don't have one installed. And then I have air mode, so this will activate in horizon and air mode, or rate mode. OSD, I moved this around just a little bit, mainly because I want that. Average cell voltage is outstanding. So this is a Fury F4 OSD board. Seems like it should be okay. I'll just do my standard radio build now and we'll get outside. I'm going to be using my new X-Lite for this, and I actually went through a video on setting up a new model. I'm going to use the XM Plus model that I've already set up here, or XM RXs, so this will work both the regular and the Plus. That means I don't have to go through any programming here, I just need to bind it, which is kind of nice. It also means I need to make sure I don't have two models turned on at a time because it will control them both at the same time. That's not going to happen today. So while I'm getting the prop nuts out, I'll show you the extra things. It does come with a couple of extra screws. They're really, really long ones. I think those are for the stack itself. It also comes with an extra cable to connect your flight controller to your 411 ESC, and then there's the buzzer connection. And there's the buzzer itself. Just plug in if you want to find a space for it. I'm not going to, and I'm probably going to regret it here in a few minutes. I hope not. So after getting the props on, I was concerned about hitting the antenna, so here's what I have rigged up. This is probably not going to work at all and be terrible, but over this, I just wrapped a long zip tie that it came with, wrapped it through that front bar, wrapped it around the antenna so it'll keep it pulled forward, and I don't think it'll come out of there. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Hopefully we don't lose video in the middle of a flight. Don't do that, please. Okay, I've got my 1050 battery in this, so we'll give it a shot and see how it does. There we go. Oh man, that's almost no throttle. That thing is ready to go. Oh gosh, this thing's gonna be fast. We'll see how it flies, but wow! It's staying level. I'm not even in air mode. Oh, this thing's gonna be zippy. This is angle mode right now. Let's try horizon mode. Oh, air mode kicked on and it was ready to go. My rates might be a little lower than I would like, but they'll be okay. That looks good. We'll just test rate mode to make sure it works properly. Looks good to me. All right, wow. I think this thing might be quick. Okay, so I don't know if you got to see any of that. Hopefully that worked out, but if not, we're gonna check the VTX because at 25 milliwatts, it looked pretty good at 200 meters, but if that was at 200 meters, I'm gonna be impressed. It was 25 milliwatt. So I'm gonna go 200. I can do 800 with this. I'm gonna do 200. So we'll set it, confirm. We'll go back, and I bet it looks spectacular now. Okay, so I'm gonna assume you didn't get to see any of that. If you did, great. If not, here's the first flight. This is with an 850. The last flight was really good, so we're gonna check range and video at 200 milliwatts. It looks about the same. It's good though. It's pretty good. So see if I can this can handle a bigger battery, and it probably needs a bigger battery. I think the 1050 is the way to go. It's lighter with this 850. I almost think after what, a second and a half of flying, I liked it better with that one. Boy, I like this thing though. I like lightweight quads. Woo! It's so maneuverable. Ooh, that's a lot of video. Break up. So my trees have grown up, so I don't have nearly the space that I did before to get underneath. But the video's good, so it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, not bad, not bad. The video breakup is probably the biggest issue, but it's not bad. I mean, it's noticeable, but only at pretty high throttle. I like it though. Oh. And let's see, we're at 3.6 volts with right at 4 minutes of, well, no, with, oh, the run cam timer's on. I need to turn off the run cam settings here, run cam OSD, I don't like that. So we're at almost 2 minutes. Probably plenty for a race, even though I'm not at full throttle here. Oh, that was close. That was so close. Gosh, I don't need higher rates, that's for sure. It's so responsive that it doesn't need them. So let's pretend, ooh. So I am way out of practice. I haven't flown in a couple weeks because of vacations, and it just feels a little odd, but it's pretty good. Oh, yeah, I think it needs a Betaflight update. I think that will help it a lot. That's my house. No problem. A little bit of prop wash, a little bit more than I would like. But we're at 3 minutes now, and we're still good on an 850 milliwatt battery. Sorry, milliamp hour battery. Oh, did you see that? That's about as good as it gets for me right now. Okay, so that's gonna be it. Low battery. Yeah, because this battery, once it gets low, it will get low real fast. I need to get it off of there. That works. The motors aren't even a little warm. They seem like they are in great shape. Everything held together. The battery's pretty hot because I got it pretty low. I like the 1050 that I flew better than the 850, I think. I'm really happy with it with these two blade props though. I mean, it's not... For the middle of 2018, there's quite a bit of video noise and there's quite a bit of prop wash. But the control that I get out of it is spectacular. So you've got to decide what it is you want to do. This could be a great trick machine, even though as light as it is. It could be a great long range machine because at 200 milliwatts, we had good range, and even with this antenna here. And at 800 milliwatts, it would probably go a long way. So I kind of want to still stick the mini in here. My little antenna mount here worked out really well. That held things up out of the way of the props. And I think you could fly this thing all day and not have any problems at all. So if you found this useful, leave a like and a comment down below and let me know what you want me to do with this next. I can try the other blades. I can try and turn it into a long range build. I can try and turn it into a pure stunt performer with a little more, with a bigger battery. I think it would actually do that really well. That was some of the best control I've had with a model that I can recall. Or I'm just forgetting what it's like to fly because it's been so long since I've flown. So until next time, remember, ba-dum-bum-bum.
Hello, drone racers. I'm Mark, and today on Drone Racer 101, I'm going to take a look at the Diatone M515. No, it's not. It's the 515. Shoot, let's do it again.